what make the difference, it's the extra work that you do to be the best.
My man.
Yes,
See what I'm listening to?
yeah, I can hear.
What year did you put this out? When did you put this out?
Sorry.
What year did you put the song out?
Oh, a few months ago.
That's it?
Yeah, like I think 3 or 4 months ago.
My daughter, I have a daughter who's 21, and she came in and she heard the song. She's like, "Who's that? That's good. That's a sign. If my daughter likes it, it's a sign. It's a
She's got good
sign."
taste. She's got good taste, my brother.
So, Djibril, so your fans at least know who I am. I'm Brett Barish. I own a liquor company. I own a bunch of brands: Bamboo, Bel Air. I
Yeah.
used to own Ace of Spades, Douce. Oh, there you go, Bel Air. But I started this series a few years ago called Self Made, and I'm fortunate because I get to talk to athletes and celebrities and musicians, business people, and I always hating hearing about success. I hated it
Okay.
because it just seems so easy.
Yeah.
And I love hearing stories of how people got there. And it's the hard part. It's the work you put in because people don't talk about that.
Exactly.
So I asked everybody the same thing when I start. Dribble, what does self-made mean to you?
Self-made, for me, it's the amount of work you put in your graft, the amount of sweat for me, because it's I'm an athlete, so it's a lot of sweat, it's a lot of extra work, because we always do the same. We always do the same. We do the same work, but what make the difference? It's the extra work that you do to be the best. The extra half an hour of shooting with the goalkeeper, that make me a better striker than my other friend who go to shower.
What do you think? Why do you think you are able? Because I think that difference is the key, right?
Exactly.
That's the key.
Mm-hmm.
How is that instilled in you?
Well, I always been since a kid, I always wanted to be a pro soccer player. It wasn't a surgeon or whatever other work or other sport. I wanted to be the best in football. So from day one, I knew all the sacrifices I had to make, and I always, since 7, 6, 7, I was ready to extra work.
I read, if I'm correct, your father was a professional football player.
Yeah, he played. He played for Ivory Coast national team, and yeah, in France in some clubs. Yeah.
So my father was in the liquor business.
Okay.
And that's all I knew growing up. That's all I knew was liquor. As a little kid, at 6 years old, I'd walk to school with liquor in my hands. I knew liquor. Is it the same for you in the sense of, you know what, that's all you knew, that's all you talked about, that was at the dinner table? You know what I mean?
Well, my father left the house when I was young. I was 2 or 3.
Wow.
So my mom had to extra work again. This always
Extra, yep.
Same of extra things. I think it run in the family. But my big brother, my older brother, was a pro football player too. So it was more watching him than sitting at the table and talking about football. It was more watching and learning with my brother.
Do you have other brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I've got 4 brothers and 2 sisters.
What number are you?
I'm the baby one.
Do you think, I'm curious because I'm the youngest of 4 brothers.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the luckiest because I get to watch all of them fail and make mistakes and see what they do. You know what I mean? Do you feel that way?
Well, I left the house. I was 11 to go to like a pre-professional school. So I wasn't really around of my brothers. and I always been not alone, but I was ready quite early to make my own life. So I didn't really watch my brother live and make mistakes.
When you think back, and I'm sure you reflect, especially since you retired, but it's got to be hard as a little kid leaving home at 11 years old and younger.
Yeah, it is. But when I think now, and when I compare with my because I've got 5 kids, so but now I'm a dad, so I can feel how hard it was for my mom. But for me, it was like, yeah, it's a normal thing to do. You want to be pro, you have to do uh, pre-formation, then formation, then professional. That's for me. That was the normal way to do what I wanted to do. So it wasn't really hard for me. It was like, okay, I just go do my job. Okay, I was 11. When you say it like that, it's like, yeah, well, he's a kid at 11. You're a baby. But no, for me, it wasn't that hard.
How about for your mom?
Well, we're a little shy about talking about things like this, but yeah, I'm quite sure it was hard for her. It was harder for her than for me, because me, I was living my dream, and
Yeah.
and I didn't really notice what was around me. I was like, Jim, you're living your dream, so just focus on the good things you have to do. And it wasn't really, it never been hard for me, never really.
How is it? Because I'm always curious, and especially talking to people who know what they want to do at such a young age. How did you know that was it? Like, why? What was it that made you say, "This is all I want to do"?
Well, I think it was in me. It was. I think I'm born like this. I didn't even had the choice to. Oh, let's play football and see if I like it. And oh yes, I like it. So now I play football. It was like this. It was my first steps was on a football pitch.
That's what it felt like. That's it.
So I was watching. I was with my mom watching my brother play, and I just stood up and walked. That was my first steps on the football pitch. So that was, I think, for me, it's a big sign. It was like, okay, that's what you meant to be.
So when you look back on your success, what do you think that one or two or three things that made you successful?
Um, well, to be away of your family.
Yeah.
That's hard when you're young, especially when you are like 5 or 6 or 7 in a family and you are always together, and one day we tell you have to leave like 6 hours from your family. That's hard. Uh, Second of all, it's when I was in Arles and Nîmes, it was more like friendly. I was playing football for fun.
Yep.
When I went to Auxerre, it was like professional.
This is real.
Yeah. So this is not the same. This is not like if you lose today, oh, it's okay. Never mind. There's another game. No, no, no. If you lose today, we're gonna have a serious explanation and not to happen again the next game. So that was like really proper serious. And the other thing, it was, yeah, maybe the fact of going to like school in the morning, then in the afternoon training. Sometimes it was like a lot of amount of work in the afternoon of training. So to go to school and to be focused, it was hard sometimes. But you know,
What are your, I guess, pinnacle moments in sports, in football? Like, do you have like the number one best thing that happened to you in your career?
well, to be honest, I'm quite lucky. I had a lot of good moments, but I'm lucky enough to have the cup that everybody wants,
Yep.
which is the Champions League.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm lucky, and I think you have to be the best, moment of my career. And I played in a lot of amazing clubs with crazy experience, crazy atmosphere. So yeah, I have to say the Champions League.
Is there a country that you most enjoyed playing in?
Well, France is my home country, so
Yeah.
I love playing in France. This is not even a choice, but I had an amazing time in Greece. Uh, Crazy atmosphere, the fans really really crazy, and yeah, pure love. They gave me really pure love, not like okay today you win so you're the best, tomorrow you lose so you're a shit player. It was like pure love, like real love.
So when I talked to, I, last night I spoke to a professional basketball player in the U.S. and I asked the same thing on the basketball side or the football American football side.
Mm.
What makes in football? What do you think makes it the difference between somebody being in the Premier League and someone not getting there? What's the difference? What's the because there's something else that you have that others don't, if you know what I mean?
Yeah. The Premier League, it's the league that everybody wants to be in because it's the first of all, it's the most watched in the
Sure.
world. It's the most physical, and I think if you succeed in Premier League, you can succeed really, and you can play anywhere. Because in terms of intensity, in terms of physical challenges, you can, if you are okay in the Premier League, trust me, you can play everywhere. And yeah, it's just the country of football. The game football is born in England, so it's just the best league in the world to play.
Is for someone like you who you retired for a little, you retired and then came back.
Yeah. Well, I came back in sorry in the amateur team.
And why did you do it?
Because I first of all I retired because of my hip.
Yep.
I had a hip replacement, so I couldn't really play in a professional team, even though I think I was capable of playing because I know my body and I know, I had a good chat with the surgeon and he said, yeah, it's not normal, but you can do it. Yep. I don't know why, but I give you the go to play. Unfortunately, I didn't find a club, but that's life. And I was still have love for football, and even if it's an amateur side, I was like, yeah, I can help a team, I can play, I can have fun, so let's do it.
Did it feel? Are you happy you did it? Are you happy you went back and played again?
Yeah, because it was a good level. It was like third division.
Sure.
So it's not like low division. And first of all, I made myself happy. I made my family happy and proud, and I helped a team that became my family now. So it's it's the best feeling.
So now music is your new love, right?
Yeah, always been.
It's always so. Have you? Has it more? It feels like it's kicked in more since you retired than while you were playing. But I'm assuming it's always been there.
Yeah. It's always been a part of my life, But I couldn't, play a game and go DJ at the club. It's not how you do it. And but all people knew that I was really close to music and really close to the desk, and even playing at home, But that was my passion. So nothing to do with football, nothing to interfere with football. It's never been interfering with football. So now I'm retired. I can do what I want, but music always been a part of my life.
Do you have goals now for music? Do you set yourself up?
Yeah.
So what are they?
First goal was to release a single, which is the track that you were listening before, with Mr. Diplo. It's not like average Joe, like you said. He's a big guy in the industry. He's a close friend.
Huge.
So he gave me the chance to to shine and to be heard by people. So I want to shout out to him. It's really important. Shout out to Abe Drums. Shout out to Fire from Major Lazer as well, because they've always been supporting us, and they're really great friends. And now the goals are to do big festivals and to release other tracks and to release why not an album. But I'm not really in a hurry for that. And yeah, the next step is the next banger.
So when COVID ends, which is going to end for everybody, and things get back to normal, do you see yourself DJing in Ibiza? Do you see yourself DJing in the south of France? Do you see yourself? You want to be doing that?
Yeah, that's supposed to be the plan. I was booked for the Tomorrowland, which is
huge.
For the EMF, which is a big festival in France, and when the COVID arrived, it was the time where all the festival starting to do the bookings. So it's I just have to be patient and to still working on my tracks and on my DJ set and on my techniques, and always practicing like in football. And when things gonna be open, I'm gonna be ready.
Do you think you bring the same energy to music that you did to football?
Yeah, I think so. I'm really I don't want to say aggressive, but I'm always on the move, on the go.
It's business.
Yeah, I'm living my music. I'm not only here playing music, and I'm feeling the music even more than the fans.
Is there a difference in the feeling between 90,000 people watching you play football, or 30,000 people watching you DJ? Is it the same feeling, or is it different?
Nah, it's different because I know in football. I know that this is my life, this is my job. I know what to do. But things happen in the music industry that I'm not always aware of, and that sometimes you can be surprised and be caught up in the situation that you don't know what to do. And yeah, but when the first 5 minutes, I'm always like stressed, but in the good way. Then after, when the crowd's with me, the crowd with you, responding to your tracks, it's gone. It's like, let's go.
I take it it's probably no, but do you have the same first 5 minutes playing football where you're nervous, or no?
No. Football, it's my daily job, so I know what to do. I know, it's I'm new into the DJ.
Correct. So you're getting into it.
Yeah, even if I've been DJing for a long time, but the difference between DJing in front of 10 friends and in front of 10,000 people that don't know you, and then they're waiting for you because you're a footballer. Now you want to step into the DJ world, so you better be ready. So they're expecting me to be good, and I can't make mistakes. So it's
what's the pinnacle in your mind? What's the pinnacle to DJ somewhere? Where is it?
If you play places like Coachella, yeah, Ibiza, some clubs in Ibiza, some really exclusive clubs, and big festivals, Tomorrowland, main stage. That'll be something.
So how did fashion become important to you?
Oh, fashion, it's like music. It's always been there, always been in me. I was like maybe 13, 14. I was, going into my big boss of wardrobes, not still clothes, like clothes, to be the guy with my friends, and to be, always on top of them.
You can see how music and sports and fashion, to me, they're all the same feelings. Yeah, it's all the same. It's loud, and it's a feeling of, it's an individual thing, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So you're picking three things that are clearly, it's all about you, and that's a positive thing. It's an amazing thing.
Yeah, and it's not only me. I think you are more familiar with the NBA, with the basketball in the US.
Sure.
So you can tell, you can see when the guys enter the arena, they're all like dressed up,
correct,
with, like, music on, and they go to sports. So it's you can't take the fashion of the sport or the music of the sport, because even on the NBA, they training, they're warming up. There's music.
You need both. You need both.
You need. You can't. Even the brands, they understood. they made like really flashy shirts now, really flashy trainers,
Correct.
really flashy blah blah. The brand, they always now they associate with rappers and singers, and they do collabs with all the singers. So they understand that sports and music and fashion,
They go all in hand.
It's on the same link.
And to me, I'm in the liquor business, and to me they're the three most important things in the world: sports, music, and fashion.
Exactly.
So, who for you? Who's your ideal collab? Who would you want to work with on a song?
Well, I really like Major Lazer.
Yeah.
So Diplo. So for the Kitty, Diplo released Kitty on his label, on one of his label, which is Higher Ground. But my real goal is to make a collab with Major Lazer. So that'll be fire.
That'd be your number one choice.
Yeah, that'll be something. And I like, I'm close friend with DJ Snake too.
Yeah.
So why not? But one of the two, it's been my ultimate goal.
So in football, who were the football players that you looked up to growing up? You wanted to emulate?
Well, still now I'm a fan of Jean-Pierre Papin. I don't know if you know, French guy.
Yep.
Ballon d'Or, playing Marseille, so that's where I'm from. And yeah, for me, he's the typical striker, the typical number 9, and that's what I always wanted to be.
And were you always a striker?
Yeah.
Always.
From childhood.
Always. That was it. No one ever changed.
No goalkeeper, no defender. I was like really wanted to score goals. That was my thing.
So I read, and I'm assuming it's true. You want to come back and score 4 more.
Well, yeah. The only thing is
you need somebody to sign you.
I scored more than 200 goals in my career, but in France, in the French league, I'm on 96. So it's really annoying, to be this close of the 100, which is really important. It's annoying for me, but like I said, I didn't have the chance to have a club that believe in me, and but it's life. It's life.
Do you know how many players have scored at least 100 in France?
Yeah, a few, but not that much.
Yeah.
So it's even more annoying.
Well, someone should give you a freaking opportunity. Come on.
Yeah, and it's not even for money, like I said.
No, of course.
I come back for even like no money. I don't care. It's just for me, and to be, it's for as a striker. You really focus on scoring goals and to set yourself some goals. It's really important. So you start with 10. So you start with 20, then you continue with 50, then 80, then
you get there. Yeah.
And when you're 100, it's a really special number.
So the last one that I know you're working on is and we touched on it, is fashion. You started your own label?
Yeah, I started my label. Monsieur
Where did the name come from?
Monsieur Le Noir, it's a contraction of Mr. and the Black. Le Noir in France, it means the Black, but I put it in one word, which is like a name. Like your name is Brett Berry, so Monsieur Le Noir, it's a name, it's a family name, it's a name of someone. So that's where I come from. But it comes from my childhood. In the hood we had the Chinese, the Arabs, the Black, the whites, all the communities together. And what I remember, I was a little kid, and one Algerian guy called my friend, the Black, come here. And my brother said, yeah, you can call me the Black, but it's Mister. So Mister.
It's Mister. It's Mister.
So I was like, yeah, that's cool. So when it came to find a name for the brand, I remember this, and I was like, yeah, that's a cool name.
So when did the fashion line start?
In 2014, if I'm exact. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Thank you.
So before we go, I do a quick word association. I'm going to ask you a couple words. Give me one word answers. All right.
Yep.
It'll be easy. Fabian Barthez.
So what do you want me to do?
One word. One word.
One word. Can I say sweet? Best French keeper.
All right. Zidane.
Zidane, genius.
Steven Gerrard.
Captain.
Thierry Henry.
Thierry is. I would say clinical, because everything is doing it's like clinical, you know.
Yep. QPR.
I'll say. But you have to be more than one word.
No, it can be more than one.
I came back to England. I really wanted to come back, and I had this opportunity, and it started well. Then we had some situation with the red cards, and at the end we managed to stay in the Premier League, and I scored a really important goal. So it's a club that still always gonna be in my heart.
Very nice. France,
home.
Greece,
home, second home.
Fashion,
a part of me.
Football,
essential.
Music,
I'll say I can't live without it.
I love it. Djibril, I really appreciate talking to you. I love, I think it's neat speaking to you because you're at that point of life where you're transitioning. You're from the football player, and you're young,
exactly,
to a new world of what you want to focus on. But what I admire is you're bringing the same energy.
Thank you.
And I think that's so important, whether it can be my next brand or the next idea, but if you bring the same energy and the same focus, you can achieve anything. And that's what I love. That's what I love.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell people. If people don't believe in yourself, believe you. Start believing in yourself and do what you have to do, and you will achieve things. You don't need people to back you up. Just be 100% focused on what you're doing. Do what you have to do in the right way, and you will achieve things.
That's awesome. I really appreciate talking to you. Anything I can
do
for you in music,
thank you very much.
In fashion, in anything, please ask. We've got lots of relationships, connections. So anything I can do, please ask.
I will.
Thank
you very much.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
And people.
Cheers, Bel Air, baby. Cheers.
I don't really drink alcohol. I never had alcohol in my life, but I heard that this is really good, so you can trust.
It's okay. I'll drink for you.
Drink for you. Please. And by the way, my girl, she loves the boom boom rum.
By the way, her birthday is November 26th, right?
Yes.
Birthday.
No.
Yeah, tell her happy birthday. Sagittarius' rule. November 26th. November 26th.
I'll tell her. She's sleeping right now, but I'll tell her.
All right. Good deal. Thank you. Take care. Take care. Thank you.
Stay strong.
Cheers, everybody.
Thank you, guys.